Hi everyone, I wanted to share with you my packing video. I'm going to pack one suitcase, which is carry-on sized, and one backpack, which is personal item sized. Those are the only two bags that I'm taking for a 2-week trip. I've taken those 2 bags for a 2-month trip. So what I'm packing today scales very well as long as you have access to laundry. So I wanted to share with you what I do, the products that I have bought, and also share with you the mentality that less is more to a certain extent. Okay, and with that, let's dive in. So the first thing I want to show you is the suitcase. So we use Wirecutter quite a bit for any kind of gear recommendation. The brand of this suitcase is Briggs & Riley, and this is the bag that we used for 2 months on our honeymoon. We specifically got bags with 2 wheels because 4-wheel bags, although they're super cool, really the power of a 2-wheel bag allows you to just haul over cobblestones. So this is a much sturdier bag that will last you, and it is a bit more versatile. All right, I'm gonna open this bag up. I'm gonna dive right in to the 2 coolest features of this bag. Number 1 is the ability for this bag to grow. So should you do some shopping while you are abroad and are okay to check that bag at the end of the trip, this has an expandable option. So 1, 2, and just like that, you have nearly doubled your volume. So this crank is also good for expanding, but once you have stuffed this to the gills, you can close her up and then shut it as much as possible to really get the most compression. So it's good for both expansion and compression if you are growing into a big bag and need to fit into a smaller space. But the second really cool thing about this bag is what is behind this. So this is generally for suits and jackets. Recently we started using this for putting our shoes into it. So I'll show you how we do that once I start packing. So now that you see the luggage that I'm taking, let's fill it up. The goal of this is for it not to be a checked bag. I really believe you can travel without having to check your bag. Let's start with shirts. I always pack shirts first. I don't know why, but it feels right to me. So for about 2 weeks, I'm gonna take 7 shirts and 2 dresses. It's hot where we're going, and that really helps with the amount of stuff I can take. Obviously, if this were a winter trip, I think I'd have to change my strategy just a bit. So I'm gonna pack these 7 shirts and 2 dresses into a packing cube. So that's the second product that I've mentioned that really makes all of this a lot easier. Highly recommend packing cubes. I use packing cubes from REI. We used Wirecutter again for the recommendation of the best packing cubes per their testing standards. This is an expandable packing cube. When it's in a smaller version, I use it for underwear and socks and bras. Swimsuits, that all fits in here. But for shirts, I expand it for double the volume. I use a rolling technique. Many of you probably do as well. First, I fold it as if it were going in a drawer, get into a nice cylinder, and I go from left to right. I do the smaller ones last. I try to get the bulkiest items in to create the base or foundation, and really try to roll them as tightly as possible. So putting that to the side because it's a little bit on the smaller side. This is thicker, so I'm gonna do this one next. Here's another small one. I'll come back to it. This is the last big shirt that I'm taking. So of the shirts that I have packed, I try to lean mostly neutral.
Dressing in mostly neutral is really helpful for a capsule wardrobe so that you can just mix and match your pants and tops and have many, many different permutations.
So that was 7 shirts. So next is this white dress, pretty neutral dress, very easy to repeat. And then the last piece that's going into this packing cube is this beautiful red patterned dress. So that's it for my packing cube. I can maybe squeeze in another shirt or 2 in here should I do any shopping. And there it is. Packing cube with 7 shirts and 2 dresses. I'm gonna put this to the side and then I'm gonna pack my pants and then I'll start packing the suitcase once I have my cubes in place. So putting the cube to the side. So next I'm packing the pants. Let's count. 1, 2 long pants, 1, 2, 3 shorts. And in total, 5 bottoms is, I think, pretty generous, especially because I do have 2 dresses in there. The first thing I'm gonna pack into the cube is the biggest item, jeans. I could roll these jeans. I have previously rolled jeans, but because I'm a little bit okay on space, I'm just gonna fold them flat and put them off to the side. Okay, we start rolling. You'll see again, very neutral colored bottoms, just to make them as versatile as possible. Everything in this wardrobe can be just mixed and matched, which is the goal, right? A versatile but small wardrobe. Now that I have both my tops and my bottoms in packing cubes, I'm gonna start arranging it into my suitcase. First thing going in is the bulkiest, my bottoms. Next thing going in are gonna be my tops. From here, I'm gonna show you what I use all of this space now. Let's talk skincare and makeup. I got these packing cubes, also recommended on Wirecutter. I also bought them at REI. REI is a great resource for travel. I'm gonna show you everything that I have in here. I did not compromise at all with my skincare. These are really cool because they expand all the way, so you can access everything. But I zip them up a little bit so I can just start putting things in. I'm gonna do the tallest things first to make sure that those fit. That's one. I'm just gonna put it in here for now. I might rearrange that. And this is makeup. Again, zip up a little bit and start packing it in with the biggest thing that I have. So let's play a little bit of Tetris here. I love jewelry, and I try not to compromise on jewelry either. So I have this little jewelry holder from Cezanne. I find that it's super great for travel, and I mostly put everything inside of here. So take a look at everything that I get to take. And that just slides right in there. So I still have space for something here, and that is my tech pouch. I have an iPhone power bank that lives in here. I have my Samsung SSD storage. This will fit right in there. Perfect. So my goal is actually to have plenty of space left in case I do want to do some shopping. I specifically am going with the hope of buying some matcha bowls, some sieves, and I think I can rearrange this a couple times in a way that all of that can fit. All right, so up next, shoes. Let's talk about shoes. Like I mentioned before, shoes are gonna go in this really cool compartment in here. But before I just pop them in there, we need to properly pack the shoes into their own packing cubes. So when I travel, ideally, I don't take more than 2 shoes. These are my 2 shoes that I'm taking. One I'm wearing, one is going in. But for the purpose of saying, let's say I wanted to take 2 shoes in here, they will slide in here. Voila! I'm gonna put this down because this is done, and we're gonna do the personal item backpack that I have. So this is my personal item. It's from Cotopaxi. And yes, this is a personal backpack. It is within the size limitations of most airline carriers. Alrighty, so the really cool thing about this bag is that when you open it, it looks like a suitcase. And that is why we bought these bags. So Luke has one and I have one. His is slightly bigger. His is not personal item sized. His is carry-on sized. So let's start with the outer compartment. This is where my laptop goes. I have a 14-inch MacBook Pro, and it's a chunky, heavy boy. It doesn't fit in the laptop sleeve, which could be a bummer for many people. It is a huge bummer to me, but this backpack is still so good that I'm willing to compromise on that. I just slide it into the compartment next to it. I like to use this pocket for my iPad mini, so that slips right in there. Voila. At the top here, it's a sizable pocket. You have a mesh interior where I put in Dramamine. I get super nauseous whenever I am in motion. And then any prescriptions that I have that I want to keep on hand. I also put in my AirPods Max, and I can even add a whole book.
On the inside of this backpack, I'm going to put in my camera bag, which is going to be my daily backpack. The rest of the backpack is actually going to be left empty because, again, I want to do quite a bit of shopping. So I'm leaving it empty so I can grow and come back with goodies.
And that's it for this backpack. It is really a wonderful backpack. The only other bag that I take is my passport bag. I carry this is from Lululemon. I carry this on my body when I travel at all times. Right now we have 3 passports in it and our passport cards, some money, a pen, because you never know when you need that. Okay, let's see what this looks like on. My dogs are freaking out because they think I'm leaving. Okay, excuse me, Huckleberry. Okay, this is the setup. Huckleberry, you don't want me to go. Okay, and like I said, this is how I carry my passport, and the bag is not too heavy despite having that computer and the camera and the lenses. Not once have I been told that I'm carrying too much, and only through Spirit has this bag not worked. Every other carrier that I've flown with has accepted it. Okay, and that closes out my packing video. I'm gonna take all of this off and reassure the dogs that I am not leaving yet. Time to go cuddle. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe. Alrighty, bye everyone.